Hi, my name is Lisbeth Afridi. My metro number is 98799. My path is forming new life. Glen Victor and Anastasia Gilbert have known each other for a long time and decided to get married. Their life were very simple, and Glen Victor job was precarious. The life in the middle of the city, and this required the household's expenses to be very high. When the X chromosome from Anastasia Gilbert joined with the X chromosome from Glen Victor, the XY chromosome was produced and they had a baby boy named Peter Glen. Peter Glen has big eyes like his father's and white skin like his mother's. Glen Victor also has a hot temper and this causes make Anastasia Gilbert to feel depressed. The paternal and maternal factors of both Peter Glen parents greatly influenced his life. The reflection when doing this examination is academic readings. The foundational readings provide a theoretical base, giving me a structure frameworks to understand the complex process of human development. Second is case study and application. Analyzing case studies help bridge the gap between theory and practice. Applying theoretical concepts to real life scenarios solidifies my understandings and illustrate the practical implication of developmental psychology. What I learned is research skill. Conducting research projects enhance my ability to criticalize, analyze developmental issue, design study, and interpret data. I learned to appreciate the importance of empirical evidence in supporting or refuting developmental theories. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Floresinja Anna David. My matrix number is 98998. My path is birth and the first 3 years. At 30 weeks, Peter Glen was born normally in a nearby private clinic. For physical, Peter Glen weight is 3.2 kilogram, height 20 inches, and black hair with 10 skin colors. For cognitive, baby interested in toys start to talk slowly at 2 years old, easily remember letter, number, and shape by using drawings. For psychosocial, Peter Glen general, my reaction, boys play more aggressive. My reflection is I had to study current topic in human development psychology for another assignment, such how trauma affect the development of the adolescent brain or how technology affect child development. In the process of analyzing multiple sources and combining data, I was able to improve my knowledge and develop my critical thinking skills.
Peter Glen's story shows us how important early childhood experiences are for entire life. For ages 3 to 6, Peter faced severe abuse and neglect at home. He had physical wounds on his body, legs and hands, and even a bite mark on his arm. The trauma from his experiences caused sleep disorders and made him display aggressive behavior. Cognitively, Peter didn't have toys or books, which are crucial for learning at his age. Without this, he missed chances to play and explore, causing delays in his learning and thinking skills. Emotionally, the abuse left Peter with deep-seated fear and mistrust. He felt very lonely and had trouble making friends because he could not express his emotions or connect meaningfully with others. Peter's stories teach us that a safe, loving, and stimulating environment in early childhood is vital. It helps children grow physically, learn effectively, and build strong emotional connections, setting the foundation for their overall well-being throughout life.
In the stage of middle childhood at the age of 7, Peter Glen started go to school. He was less active in any activities organized at school and felt less fun when together with his friends. In the aspect of physical, is he has wounds on the body, legs and hands, bite mark on the arm, sleep disorder and being aggressive. For his cognitive is in Piaget's theory of cognitive development, which is he does not have the ability to solve mathematical of subjects, concentration in class, and he cannot handle his emotions. In the aspect of psychosocial, he in Erickson's crisis of effort bias inferiority, which is he more difficult to trust others and build healthy relationship, more often in isolation throughout the surrounding area and fear of punishment and criticism that make him to try something new very limited.
Peter Glen, aged 11 to 20, exhibits typical behaviors of rebellion, engaging in negative habits like smoking, fighting, and addiction to computer games. He also shows tendency to bully others and struggle with forming friendships, indicating a lack of social connection. Peter exhibits physical characteristics like underweight and malnourished, tall with bruised, cuts, and scars, poor hygiene, and a fierce appearance reflecting a complex interface of factors impacting his well-being. From a cognitive perspective, Peter faced academic struggle and displayed behavior aligned with social learning theory, cognitive behavioral theory, and Piaget's theory of cognitive development. From the perspective of psychosocial dynamics, Peter grappled with feelings of resentment, inferiority, difficulty in forming friendships, and psychodynamic traits like lack of empathy and manipulative behaviors. He struggled with identity formation, moral reasoning, and decision-making, reflecting lower levels of moral development.
Peter Glen's young adulthood was marked by significant turmoil and struggle. Growing up in a difficult environment, he faced physical and emotional abuse that has a profound impact on his mental well-being and self-esteem. As a result, Peter turned to substance abuse, including drug addiction and smoking, as a way to cope with the pain and find temporary relief. His self-esteem and mental health were severely damaged, leading him to engage in criminal activities like drug addiction. Peter also exhibited abusive tendencies like empathy and prefer isolation, likely due to trauma and abuse, impacting his mental and emotional development. This aligns with Erickson's normative stage model, which suggests Peter may have experienced confusion and difficulty in forming a stable identity during adolescence. Overall, Peter's young adulthood was characterized by substance abuse, criminal behavior, and social isolation, stemming from the profound impact of the trauma and abuse he faced earlier in life.
Hello, I'm Noriza Yusuf, Nobometry at 6799. So today I will be talking about Peter Glen's stage of middle adulthood. At the age of 43, Peter Glen has been released from the jail and decided to lead life normally. He has his family that will accompany him throughout his journey, which is his wife Gina and his stepdaughter Cindy. Being with his family bring out an unexpected side of himself and made him work for a better future. Peter Glen often have joint pains and a decline in the ability to focus on close objects. He does have poor diet and a limited health care. For cognitive, the theory applied are behaviorism, which is operant conditioning, as he learned relationship between behavior and its consequences. The next theory is that Darwin's evolutionary theory. As environments change, traits change in adaptiveness. Psychosocial, the theory applied are theory Maslow's hierarchy of needs that emphasize the progression from basic physiological needs to complex psychological growth and self-fulfillment. For the next theory is that interiority, men in middle life. Peter Glen restructuring of life toward maintaining relationship. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
So, hello everyone, I'm Dewi Sandra Sriban, metric number 98635. Today I will talk about the late adulthood of the Peter Glen. So, let's go with the physical. So, physically, Peter Glen sensory will changes, his body shape and composition also, chronic health condition, loss of teeth, skin become more thinner and elastic. His hair and nails also show the sign of aging. For the cognitive, his fluid intelligence, his processing speed for the information will decrease due to his age. Next is his working memory. His working memory also affected, and manipulating information was severely impaired. Next is for his attention and the problem solving. So for the attention, Peter Glen's attention was affected by his cancer, which is a brain cancer. For his problem solving, his ability to solve the problem significantly impaired due to the cancer. Next is for the psychosocial. Psychosocial, first is the stereotype and ageism. For the stereotype, Peter Glen was prone to health issues and declining. Next is the generativity and productivity. Peter Glen condition are significant to his sense of generativity.